Before we begin tonight's story, I want you to relax your mind and let your heart settle. Breathe in slowly and let out everything heavy. This moment is for your peace, your calm, your rest. Allow this soft, gentle story to hold you tonight. In the little village of Lumen Hill, the nights were always calm. People walked slowly, doors closed quietly. Even the animals moved gently, as if they didn't want to disturb the moon. In this village ran a river named Amani, a river with a soul, a river with a memory. The elders used to say, Amani hears what the heart cannot say. Children believed it, adults respected it, and travelers who sat by its banks always left feeling lighter, even if they didn't understand why. But the river hid a secret, a memory of a love it once held, a love it once lost, a love it still carried deep in its waters. And that old memory made the river gentle and a little sad. Lira was 16, but her heart felt older. Her grandmother, Mama Nolu, had been the warmest part of her life, a woman who cooked with laughter, prayed with love, and hugged with her whole soul. But one cold evening, Mama Nolu closed her eyes and never woke again. Lira's world dimmed. She didn't scream. She didn't break things. She didn't question God. She just grew quiet, the kind of quiet that hurts. Every night, while the rest of the village slept, Lira walked to the river. She sat on the small flat stone she and her grandmother used to sit on. She placed her feet in the water because Mama Nolu always said, "Water understands sorrow. Let it carry some of yours." But no matter how many nights Lira returned, her heart remained empty, until the night the river finally answered. The moon was full that night. The stars hung low like curious eyes watching Lira cry softly. She hugged her knees and whispered, "Grandma, I wish I could hear your voice again." A small wave touched her ankle, then another, then another. Lira looked up. The river was glowing, not bright, just a soft silver shimmer, like memories rising from deep water. The sound around her changed. The night insects grew quiet. The leaves stopped rustling. Even her heartbeat slowed. Then she heard it, a gentle voice woven into the sound of flowing water. "Child, why does your heart tremble so heavily?" Lira froze, not out of fear, but because the voice felt familiar, warm, soft, comforting, like Mama Nolu's tone when she prayed. Lira wiped her tears with her sleeve. "I miss someone," she whispered. The water swirled slowly around her feet. "Love is never truly gone," the river said. "Love becomes memory, and memory becomes light for those who remain." Lira wanted to say something, but her voice broke. "How do you know?" she whispered. The river hummed, as if remembering something far older than the village. "Because I too have lost love." Imani began to glow brighter, and gentle ripples spread across the water. Images formed on its surface, small, blurry at first, then clear. A young woman in a long blue cloth kneeling by the river, her hair loose, her eyes bright. Her name was Amara. She was the first villager who ever understood the river's voice, the first soul Amani had loved. Every evening she sang to the water. Every morning she whispered prayers over it, and the river sparkled under her voice. But one year a great sickness came. The village grew weak. Children cried. Even the strongest men fell. And Amara was taken by the sickness too. Amani's waters darkened. The river stopped singing. Its glow faded for decades. It remembered love, and it remembered the pain of losing it. That was the river's secret, a secret it had carried alone, until Lira. The images dissolved slowly, the glow softening like a sigh. Lira touched the water with trembling fingers. "You lost someone too," she whispered. "Yes, child," the river replied gently. "My grief is old, but it still lives in me." Lira nodded, tears falling again. But this time, the tears felt understood. Imani began to swirl softly, and the water rose slightly, holding the shape of a small glowing orb. Inside the waterlight, memories of Mama Nolu appeared, her grandmother laughing as she pounded yam, her grandmother telling the story of David and Goliath, her grandmother holding Lira's face and saying, "My child, if love ever leaves your eyes, let your heart bring it back." Lira covered her mouth, sobbing quietly. The river spoke again. Love does not end when a body ends. Love is a seed planted in the soul. It becomes your courage, your wisdom, your light, Lyra whispered. But why does it hurt so much? The river answered slowly, like someone choosing each word with care. Because grief is love's echo. It means what you lost mattered. It means your heart is capable of deep love. Lyra breathed shakily. Will the pain go away? Yeah, the river said, but not by forgetting, by remembering gently. Soft breeze moved across the water. The glow around Amani brightened, rising into the air and wrapping itself around Lyra like warm moonlight. She closed her eyes, and the river whispered, let me carry your sorrow. Let me hold your memories. Let me remember the love with you. Lyra inhaled deeply, and for the first time in many months, her chest loosened. The heaviness she carried began to melt. Not suddenly, not completely, but enough for her breath to feel whole again. As the light settled, fireflies appeared, glowing above the water, forming the shape of a heart slowly drifting upward. The river hummed softly. You are not alone. Lyra returned every night, not to cry, but to talk about her grandmother, about her day, about her fears, about her hopes. And every night, the river listened. Sometimes it glowed, sometimes it hummed, sometimes it showed soft memories. The villagers began to notice. People who were grieving came to the water. Widows, lonely men, mothers missing their children, children longing for comfort. The river glowed for each of them. Slowly, quietly, gently, Amani healed the village, one heart at a time. Because it remembered love, and it shared that memory with anyone who needed it. Lyra grew older, calmer, stronger. The sadness never fully disappeared, but it softened into something warm. She learned that love doesn't die. It changes shape. It becomes whispers, memories, light, and gentle peace. And every night, when she sat by the water, she felt Mama Nolu's love flowing through the ripples. Thank you for sharing this peaceful moment with me. As you sleep tonight, may the memories of love surround you softly. May your heart rest, may your mind quiet down, and may tonight bring you deep, gentle sleep. Good night, my friend. Rest safely, rest deeply, and wake renewed.